The 2023 All-Star Game was filled with all of the league's best players, the true superstars of the game. However, one player really stood out to me in Lauri Markkanen. He was starting in his first ever All-Star Game and was the hometown guy, with the festivities being in Utah this year. Just a year ago, he was thought of as a solid role player and starter for Cleveland, but that was about it. However, since then he has blossomed into a star in Utah, having a true breakout season. It was fair to wonder, though, if he would show he belonged and look like a true superstar during the All-Star Game. It seems the players had the same questions of him, as he was the last player selected from the group of starters. So there was a little disrespect off the bat, especially when Jokic stood up before he was selected, indicating he knew LeBron wouldn't select Lauri. But that must have lit a fire under him. Markkanen finished the game with 13 points, hitting a 3 and throwing down multiple lob slams. He was one of the stars early on, and even though he didn't score as much in the second half, likely due to teammates Tatum and Mitchell lighting it up in the third quarter, it looked like he belonged out there. It was his debut on the big stage, and he proved that he deserved it. Lauri Markkanen has become a true star for the Utah Jazz this season, and he proved it on Sunday night. Let's take a look at how great he's been all season, and what to expect from him going forward. Before we get into Lauri Markkanen's breakout season, if you enjoy my content and have watched a few videos of mine, think about subscribing. 96% of my viewers are actually not subscribed, so if you've watched me before and enjoy the content, drop a sub and comment down below. It really helps the channel. There's also a good chance we hit 5,000 subs today, so if you would sub, that'd be awesome. Just so we have a reference point of how great he's been this season, let's look at last season with the Cavs. For the 2022 season, Markkanen averaged 15 points and 6 rebounds per game, while shooting 36% from 3, which was just a hair above league average. He was a solid contributor for a team that overachieved when healthy, and played the small forward consistently for the first time in his career. However, plenty of people likely would have considered him the Cavs' 5th best player, behind Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen, who are both All-Stars, Evan Mobley, who is a Rookie of the Year candidate, and Karis LeVert, who was acquired at the deadline after averaging nearly 20 a game in Indiana. He was a high-end role player, but nothing near what we've seen this season. For the year, Lauri Markkanen is putting up 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists per game, while shooting 51% from the field and 41% from 3 on over 7 attempts per game. He has legitimately been one of the 15 best players in the league this season, when at best last season people would have considered him 4th best on his own team. It's truly unbelievable what he's done this year. He finally has a coach who's willing to give him the opportunity to create for himself and not just spot up, and he's blossomed because of it. He should win the Most Improved Player award this season. This dominant season has led to him being named an All-Star starter, a prestigious position that only the absolute best in the game make. Now let's talk about his All-Star weekend. He made the rounds doing interviews with some guys at The Ringer, Bleacher Report, you name it. He was a hot commodity and got great ovations from the crowd at everything he attended because the home crowd loves him and was super happy to see him representing them in the All-Star game this year. Like I said in the intro, he was the last player selected for the starters in this year's All-Star draft, but he wouldn't let that hold him back. Only 4 of the 10 All-Star starters scored more than the 13 points that he did, and he also racked up 7 rebounds in the process. He threw down at least 3 lobs and hit a relatively deep 3 as well, to give himself a pretty nice highlight package for his All-Star debut. He tried to throw down a windmill slam off of one of the alley-oops that would have been absolutely absurd, maybe even the highlight of the game, but ended up just missing it. Love the confidence to try it though, it was still super entertaining to see. One thing was clear from his debut though, he belonged out there. He looked confident and comfortable and is placing his name among the league's biggest stars moving forward. So what can we expect from Lauri going forward? I think he made it pretty clear in the game and throughout his season so far, he's not going away anytime soon. He's improved steadily as this season has gone along, with his best month of the year coming in January, where he put up 29 points and 9 rebounds per game. These numbers place him among the game's absolute best. If he continues climbing at the end, he'll be back even better next season, and with the draft capital and assets they have, the team should be even better around him next year. But if you learned anything about Lauri this weekend, it's that he belongs. He's a true star in this league, and he's not going to look back. Thanks for watching. I'm Herm. Have a good one.